Good evening and welcome to HTA Elites Round 4. We are getting ready for the German Grand Prix at the beautiful Hockenheimring, very flat track. Located in the Upper Rhine Valley, it first hosted its race in 1970. 16 turns, 77 laps, 304 kilometers in a whole race, so that is cut in half. So that would be 153 kilometers driven for these guys today as we are getting ready to ready up. We are going to have a short qualifying session, 18 minutes for drivers to set their laps, battling out for pole. Who is going to be the one to take it? Meanwhile, I'm just going to get up the standings from not Italy, it was Belgium last time around, where Sparks won it once again. He followed by Vasta Racer, then Kilcree managed to take P3, rounding out the podium. So currently leading the standings is Sparks with Vasta Racer behind him in P2. Then it is Frederick in the Toro Rosso taking up third position. Kiski in the Alfa Romeo and his teammate Loney are both 4th and 5th. They are present today, as now the drivers look to be readying up and filing in. So they've all selected their tyres. Looks to be a medium hard strategy. The softs are not good around this track. And it looks to be a wet qualifying session. That is definitely interesting. That will spice things up, which means everyone will be given a free choice of tyre when it comes to the race. So if they choose to qualify on these wet tyres and stick with them if the wet conditions stay until the very end. Who are making their debut races today? Well, ILRT Jordan in the Haas car today is going to be making his first start. FTRL Danny, who I think he disconnected right before the start of the Grand Prix in Belgium, and that meant he was unable to even start the race. Chaos ensued at Belgium last time around. Many safety cars, I believe about 3 safety cars, 3 major crashes really, but it was in the end Sparks taking his 2nd win of the season, coming out on top. Never mind, I believe it was his 3rd win of the season. No, 2nd win of the season. There's 3 viewers in the chat as now the drivers begin to file out of the pit lane. I believe there was a McLaren coming out. There's a Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo. So Loney is going to be the first one. He's already switched onto the intermediate tyres. Okay, it looks like a lot of drivers are already going for the inters. So that could be a sign of things drying out a little bit. But right now, the rain looks to be really, really heavy. That could pose some issues for these drivers. But naturally, as the session goes on, there's going to be a dry line forming, so these drivers can improve their laps. These will not be their fastest laps. We're following on board with the Alfa Romeo in his nice golden helmet, very lovely to see. I'm just going to quickly read out the comments. I will read them out. Okay. Will Murdoch saying Danny will win. I'm not too sure on his pace, but I'm sure he's got bags of it, making his first official start today. And Nolan says, yo, good evening to you, Nolan, hope you enjoy the race today. As now VRT Loney is going to begin his lap on the set of intermediates, so this is really going to be a test of the pace of these tyres really, isn't it? Vasta's behind him, he's fitted the intermediates too, and then I believe that it is a Toro Rosso Frederick. They all seem to be on intermediates. That seems to be the trend here. There's Onyx also. Onyx is on the wets, so we're gonna have a look at his pace compared to Loney's, who will be the first one, and Vasta and Frederick. Vasta and Frederick very much in the title fight at the moment, but they've struggled to keep up with Sparks. Frederick's been on the podium a couple of times, not won a race this season yet though. It's been Sparks, Vasta, Sparks, as I believe that a Toro Rosso's lost it on track. That is Rakin Mazina, who is in the wall and he can't seem to find a gap to get out. So I think he lost it just coming out of turn 1, as now he's going to be able to spin the car around. Meanwhile, Loney will be the first one to complete his lap in the Alfa Romeo. He's had many good showings this season. He's in the top 5 in the championship. We're going to have a look at Vasta once he crosses the line as well, as now pulling out of the final corner, out turn 16. It is Loney to set a 126.1. We're going to go on board with Vasta. Is he going to go quicker? Not quite. Frederick goes quicker than Loney. Now we're going to find Onyx. There he is. So how are the pace of the wets? The pace of the wets is not up to par with the intermediates. However, Marvin does go slower than Onyx just by a little bit in that Renault. I believe that Sparks is next. He invalidated his lap, so it was actually Gamer who went quickest. Okay, I believe Nathan is next. Nathan goes 5th fastest. Then it's the Ferrari of Sam, I believe. No, it's M&T Louis who's starting his lap. Sparks has invalidated this one. Never mind, he hasn't. Okay, now he has. Then it is Phoenix next. Phoenix going to cross the line. He's going to go slowest of everyone. The only driver in the 1 minute 26 is a Saab in the other Mercedes. Takes 5th place, so it's good from them two to be 5th and 6th at the moment. As Kiski jumps his teammate, goes 3rd fastest. So the top 3 right now is Gamer, Frederick and Kiski. Who is next across the line? I think it's Mazlina. Yeah, and that was a shocking lap from him, because he couldn't set a lap, because he spun out at turn 1. Those wet tyres not proven to be good from him. However, Kiski is on the wets, and he has gone quicker than his teammate and many other runners, but it looks to me like they are the fastest tyre to be on, as Loney jumped into the 1 minute 24s, the only driver to do that. He's miles ahead of Gamer, so the track could be drying up already here, as just over half of the field have set laps. I believe that was Furhan Racer just across the line there. He's going to go 5th fastest, as Marvin now betters his lap, so it looks like all of these drivers are getting in better laps. Is Gamer going to cross the line at one point to set a better lap? As he does, we're on board with Sparks. Sparks, what's his lap looking like right now? He is on the wet tyres, unlike his teammates, so this could be a real test. The championship leader coming out of turn 16 now. He's used up all the ERS he physically can. He's going to cross the line, go 3rd fastest. So who's next to cross the line? It doesn't look like any driver who hasn't set a lap has jumped anyone, as that is Phoenix going into 4th place, and I believe that was Frederick. No, it was not. It was Saab taking 5th place, back off of his M&T teammate, who is on a lap right now. Mazlina has to be on a good one here. He spun out on his first lap, and I believe he invalidated the next one, so he's, never mind, he went slower. I didn't actually look at that. He was not on a 1 minute 57, but it does not look good from him so far. He might maybe want to consider switching onto a set of mediums now. ILRT John, he's going to put in his first lap soon. He's on his outlap on a set of wet tyres. The intermediates are fitted for Kill Crew right now, and he's invalidated out of turn 1 as Vasta goes quickest of them all, 4/10 ahead of CRG Gamer, as now these lap times are coming down rapidly at the moment. Jordan's going to start his lap, as I believe Kilcree, no, it's not Kilcree, it was Furhan starting another lap. He's in 10th place at the moment, but now he's on a push lap. Who is next across the line? Is this Gamer or Sparks? It's Sparks. He seems to be slower on this lap. M&T Louis is next. He's invalidated. Forbes, I believe. No, it's not Forbes. Well, it was Phoenix. Where's Phoenix going to go? He goes slower on that lap. Not good from him, as I believe Sam has just started a lap. Oh, Phoenix losing the back end out of turn 1 there. Very touch and go there. He did well to save it, as Sam's just started his lap. Lot of action going on right now. Looks like a Mercedes or someone is letting people go through. Never mind, that's a Toro Rosso of Frederick or Mazlina. Mazlina's letting everyone go through, so he's not set the lap that he's wanted to put in. Oh, did he get him way of Forbes there? Forbes is next across the line after Kilcree, who's invalidated. I did forget about that. There's a Renault coming up next. So So it's either Marvin or Vasta. I think it's Vesta. They're all coming into the pits. So it is Forbes. Oh, Forbes is coming to the pits as well. Let's find someone on the tail end of a lap. Let's go on board with Gamer because he is going to be the next one. Never mind. He's also coming into the pits, so it looks like everyone is going to come home to put on another set of tyres. Maybe go on board with Kuhn here, because he is in the middle sector. He's not putting a lap yet, but he's still pushing. He's using up ERS modes. He's just gone a 58.1 in the middle sector. We've not really watched other drivers in the middle sector as he loses the back end just a touch there, but he's managed to hold it as I believe that was the Ferrari of Sam to go quicker. Both Ferraris in a really good position now. Let's go back on board with Kuhn. He's going to cross the final corner. Now coming around the... Coming across the line, he comes 11th fastest as Saab goes 4th. So these lap times are still beginning to fall down, as that was Alfa Romeo going slowly out there. But he's managed to hold it. Let's find Kilcree, because he's about to complete a lap. He's going to come round turn 16 to cross the line. He runs ever so slightly wide, but he manages to keep it within track limits. He's going to cross the line to go quicker than anyone. He's just 1/10 above Vasta Racer, who's just come out for his outlap, as there is Sparks on an outlap right now. Him and Jordan both. Where's Jordan? Jordan is actually on a lap right now, but he's going to come into the pits to fit presumably a set of intermediate. Looks like everyone's coming off of these wets and now coming onto the intermediate tyres. M&T Louis is definitely going to have to come in. He's running out of ERS, running out of fuel, so that's not good from him on his behalf. Onyx has not showed his true pace yet. He's down in 17th position. He's slowest out of the intermediate runners who have put in a lap on the inters. If we actually just see best. Okay, no, never mind. He was on the wets when he set his lap, so I'll give him that. But from what I've seen, it is really a game of intermediate tyres. Nathan in the Mercedes goes 3rd fastest. That's good from him, as Onyx has just started on his lap. That is the Renault of Marvin just starting a lap too. A lot of these guys starting on new laps. Is Kilcree pushing on this one? He looks to still be pushing, using up the ERS. What's he going to do? Is he going to improve? He is going to improve. He goes into the 1 minute 22.8, so he's 7/10 clear of Vasta. The track is definitely drying up. You can even see from this onboard camera that there's less rain than there was before. I think Frederick has just gone in the 1 minute 27.3, so that's a good lap from him as Sparks jumps ahead. That is not Sparks. This is Sparks. He's just gone 2 seconds quicker than his lap time. That was really good from him. He's now on a 1 minute 22.3, so he's quickest by 5/10 ahead of Kilcree. Where's Forbes right now? He's in the first middle sector on the straight. Mazzelina is also on the straight. He definitely wants to fix up that time. There is a Mercedes of Nathan. Is he pushing? Doesn't look like it, but there is an Alfa Romeo of Kiski. He is 5/10 up, but he invalidated his lap, so he's going to be pushing again on this lap once more, as now we are following VLT Marvin, who has lost the back end coming into turn number 16, but he's going to save it just a touch, and he goes 3rd fastest, quicker than his teammate by 5/10, speaking of whom is in the final sector, but he's not improved on that lap. He's going to have to go once more. We still have 5 minutes left, as now MNT Saab 64 goes into 4th place. Very good from him. What about Gamer? Gamer's on a really good lap. He goes quicker than everyone. He's now 4/10 clear of his teammate. Could the Williams lock out the front row today? No, because Rakim Mazlina is going to jump into 2nd, and Forbes goes into 4th place. So these lap times really are beginning to get quicker and quicker. The only driver to not set a lap time is FTRL Danny, who is on a lap, on an out lap right now. My voice is going right at the minute. So he's just started on this lap. He has 4 minutes to put in a lap, so he should be able to do this. If he doesn't, then I don't know what to say. Who is next to cross the line? I think it is Loney in the Alfa Romeo. Never mind, it's Kiski. Kiski is 1.7 seconds up on this lap. Could he see himself maybe troubling the top 10? Well, we're going to have to find out, as now to cross the line, he's going to go second fastest, 122.1. He's just 2/10 down on Gamer, as now he jumps onto the front row of the grid. Furhan Racer immediately knocking him off. And I think next driver is Vasta, who's way down the order in 11th position. This is not good from him, but he's going to cross the line. Is he going to go quickest? Yes, he is. He's going to go 4/10 faster than CRG Gamer. So from going out of the top 10 to now jumping into P1, that's really good from him, as now Rakim Aslina is even going quicker on this lap. He's going to put CRG Gamer off the front row. So from being 7/10 clear, now CRG Gamer, who's coming into the pit, so he might not even have enough time to get to where he wants to be. Is now VRT Loney is going to go third fastest, so he could be even knocked off. The second row is CRG Gamer. Can he get a new set of tyres on and then get around quick enough as Furhan Racer? No, that was not him. That was FTRL Danny setting his first lap. That was really good from him. He goes 6th fastest. You can see the gap at the top is very close between Vasta and Maslina, because that is only 1/10 of a second. These lap times started in the 1:25, 1:26s, and now they are almost breaking the 20s. Just about half a second more, and these guys can be in the 1:20s, and even a second more, they could be in the 1:19s, which would be very strong to see. As now Kilcree, who had the fastest lap by a strong margin at one point, now is going to start on his lap on a fresh set of intermediate tyres. I believe his teammate Furhan Racers also started a new lap. They're both pushing, using up as much ERS as they can. Here's a Williams going to cross the line. Who is that? That's Sparks. He's down in 8th position. That's not where he wants to be compared to his championship rival, who is in the lead of this qualifying session. He's got provisional pole. It's an Alfa Romeo crossing the line. Was that Loney or Kiski? I think it was Loney starting on a fresh lap. FTRL Danny's going to start. Never mind, he's going to come down for a cool lap. He invalidated this push lap, so I don't think he's going to have time to recharge that battery enough to set a strong lap. Soon drivers are going to start thinking about retiring. If you're in the pits, you're not going to have enough time at this point to go on an outlap, as now I believe that was ILRT Jordan setting a really strong lap, going 4th fastest in the heart. He was 3 seconds up on his original time that he was on before. This is Kiski crossing the line, but I can't find him. Where's Kiski gone? He's gone 2nd fastest. That's where he is. Menti Louis. That was Sam crossing the line. I'm not very good at finding which driver is where. I believe that Saab has just started on a lap, and I think that Gamer's just started on a lap as well. Yes, he has. So can Gamer reclaim the top spot? Furhan Racer retires in the pits, and now CRG Sparks breaks the 1:20s. He's 6/10 up on Vasta. Vasta might not have enough time to get to the line and start on a lap, but he's gonna have to be hasty about this. And now crossing the line is VRT Loney. He's 7/10 down, so he's starting on another push lap. Who's next? It's Phoenix. He's also starting on a push lap. There's a Haas coming up now of, I believe, no it's not, it is Kuhn. So Kuhn's going to cross the line. Has he improved on this lap? He's going to cross the line. Where's he going to go? He's only going to go 16th fastest. Not good enough from him. What about Onyx? Oh, Onyx has invalidated this lap as well, but now he is finally trying to push. He's 2 seconds almost off of the closest guy behind him, in front of him, my mistake. So it is a tough mountain, it is a tall mountain to climb, but I know, you know what, I think he can do it. He's got the speed, he's got the determination about him, as now Kiski's crossing the line at the moment. Has Vasta been able to get on his outlap? He has started this lap, and now he has the opportunity to get that pole position back, which he had before, as now Kilcree goes 2nd fastest. He does not do enough to get past CRG Sparks, who's coming around to cross the line. He's not going to have enough ERS to put in a new lap, so he can't put in another one of a good enough, strong enough pace. He's only going to have to settle on a 1:20.9. Who's next across the line? Is that Loney? Loney is not going to put in a better lap. I think this is Forbes. No, it is Phoenix. Forbes is on a lap though, and he's only a couple tenths up. He's 6 tenths up. My mistake. He's purple through the second sector, as Phoenix could not improve strongly enough. Is this Onyx coming up next? Oh no! Onyx invalidated, so that means he cannot put in a strong enough lap. That's heartbreaking for him. This is M&T Nathan coming around turn 16. He's going to go 9th fastest. As I believe that was... who was that? That was Forbes coming 6th place. ILRT Jordan also crossed the line in 2nd. Where is Vasta at this point? Vasta's crossing the line. Vasta takes pole position with a 1 minute 20.7. Kiski couldn't beat him. So is it a 1-2 for Sparks and Vasta? Well, we're going to have to see what CRG Gamer thinks of that one, because he is now going to cross the line. Where's he going to put that? Williams. He's going to go only 7th, so he cannot displace Vasta though. He's within the top 10 behind VRT Marvin, who is putting in the work for Renault, bringing up the strong positions whilst his teammate is taking pole position, and that is the end of qualifying. And at the end of that wet qualifying session, Vasta Racer takes pole position by 1/10 ahead of CRG Sparks. Kiski rounds out the top 3, and it is ILRT Jordan filling in the 2nd row of the grid in 4th. 5th and 6th go for Kilcree and Marvin. Gamer down in 7th place, and Saab in 8th. Danny on his first, hopefully his first start, is in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Forbes 84, then Rakim Maslina, Loney, and Louis occupy 11th, 12th and 13th, Nathan in 14th, then Phoenix in 15th, Frederick is in 16th, then I believe that was Nathan in 17th, then 18th was Furhan. I can't remember, I do apologise, I didn't get to read it in time. And I'm just hoping that I'm still... my voice is recording. Okay, my voice is on. So we are waiting for these drivers to fix up their strategies. It looks like a dry race for now, but those clouds overhanging could prove to be dangerous. As whilst they get ready, I'm gonna mute my microphone and I'll be back for the race start. So they pull off for their formation lap, fitting the medium tyres for Vasta. We can see everyone aside from Forbes and Frederick have opted for the mediums. This is a medium to hard one-stop strategy if they can pull it off, but if the safety car does come into play, they could shift onto soft tyres maybe at some point in the Grand Prix. We'll have to wait and see for that though, because we round the hairpin. This is an overtaking spot, that hairpin. Very good place to pull off an overtake on someone if it's just after the DRS straight as well, and then you can throw the car down. I believe that Phoenix and is that Jordan? Yeah, they've both been disqualified. I wonder if that was for separate incidences, or maybe they had a run-in together, but that is very strange if they did. That would be strange if they did collide with each other. Okay, LeBron says that my commentary is nice, but I need someone else with me. Well, Paco is not here today. but he is hopefully going to be back next weekend, taking over the job of main commentator, or I'll be a supporting commentator as now they round the final corner. And they are soon to be starting the German Grand Prix. It's a really nice shot here. I really like that. Okay. I've not turned the telemetry on. There we go. So now we wait for the lights to go out as they... Come on. Okay, the lights are on. Who is going to get the better start? Is it going to be Vasta or Sparks? Lights are out and away we go. Who got the better start? I think Vasta got the better of Sparks. Coming now, flying into turn number 1. It's going to be Vasta Racer leading Sparks. And I think Sparks had an incident. I think Sparks has been spun. Marvin is out of the Grand Prix. And disaster for the Williams team as both drivers fly down the order. That's Sparks out of the running right now. I think he got turned on by someone. It could have been Kiski, as now the safety car is out on lap 1. It's the first corner and Rakim Maslina gets a 5-second penalty for cutting the corner and gaining a position. He is now in 8th position. Let's have a look at starting position. That was a really strange incident. FTR Danny is up 5 positions already after the first corner, but it is Sparks leading them down, and the safety car waits to pick them up. Sparks all the way down in 19th position. See, if I had another commentator with me, then I'd ask what happened there, but I can't. I do not know what happened. I think Sparks just got turned by someone and then Marvin was caught, and look at that. On the camera lens you can already see rain. This is going to be a wet race. Will these drivers gamble already and go onto the wet tyres? Well, we're going to have to see. Vasta doesn't look like it's much too dry. It's only just started dropping down with rain at the moment, as now they're all forming up in a reduced speed. Forbes is going to come to the pit. I wonder if this is for a wing change or if it's for a set of intermediates or hard tyres. No, not hard tyres, or a new wing. Looks like he's fitting a new wing. Marvin's left the session now. He's gone on to the softs, has Forbes. I believe Kuhn is also getting a new front wing, so those two must have been involved in an incident, and now they are out of the points and out of the running for this race win. Safety car now has picked up Vasta Racer, so once these two catch up with each other, once Forbes and Kuhn catch up to the safety car, we should get green flag racing once more. No, we didn't really have much of a green flag race, but nevertheless, your running order right now is Vasta Racer in P1, then it is P2 for Kiski 123. Mentalism Kilcree 35 takes up the last spot on the podium right now. He's up 2 positions, and FTRL Danny is up 5 places from the start. He is in 4th position. Rounding out the top 5 is ILRT Jordan. He actually lost a position presumably to Danny and Kilcree on the start. He is now in 5th place, and Loney is up 6 spots already. I don't know how he does this. He just finds perfect opportunities to get up positions. As now Rakim Maslina is in 7th position. MNT Louis takes up 8th place, and MNT Nathan is in 9th, and rounding out the top 10, up 8 positions already is Furhan, and up 9 positions already is Onyx. These two have had a really, really good start, and now they find themselves almost at the crossover point in a really strong position for themselves. Let's have a look at tyres. Here we go. So Forbes has fitted the softs. He does not think that we're going to be in this dry weather for long, but Kuhn has fitted the medium tyres, which is a strange one, to be honest. If I were him, I would have gone onto the softs, because we're not going to be in dry conditions for much longer. CRG Gamer, I think, also might have gotten spun around by someone, maybe, because now he is in 12th position. From starting in a decent position, I believe he started in 7th place, but now he is in 12th, so it's not been good from him. Both Williams out of the points. I don't think we've seen that this season. Sparks has had a relatively strong start to the season. I apologise, LeBron, for not seeing your message earlier, but I have put the tyres on now. That's a 5-second penalty for ILRT Jordan making contact with another driver, I believe, of Loney, so he might have brake checked him. I wonder if that's given Loney any wing damage. Does not look like it from this board here, from this camera angle here, as now safety car is coming in this lap. So that means it is up to Vasta Racer to control the start. He can go as slow as he wants, and by God, is he going to take that opportunity. He has to let the safety car go. And once he crosses the start-finish line, we will be green flag racing underway once more. Lap 3 of 34 already. We've had one retirement of the Renault VRT Marvin. He started in 6th position. He got caught up in a turn 1 incident. As now rounding turn 16, we are going to get green flag racing underway again. As now crossing the line to let them roar. You can hear the engines, absolutely beautiful sound as now through turn 1 they come. You can see the rain is just getting a little bit heavier on this onboard shot with Vasta, as now FTR Danny's having a little battle with Kilcree. Looks like Kilcree hold on to P3, but now looking to the inside on the straight. He's got the run on Kilcree. He's using up all the ERS he can. Can he make the overtake stick into the hairpin? It's going to be Kilcree on the inside. Is he going to hold it? Does not look like it. Looks like Danny's managed to hold him around the outside. Looks like Loney ran a bit wide out of the hairpin there. You can see they're going 3 wide just further back. I believe that was between Gamer, Furhan and Nathan is now into the fast right-hander. Oh, they were close to making contact. As now VRT Sam's going to look up the inside of Nathan. That was not a move that he was going to work out. Now he tumbles down the order, falling down into 14th position. Meanwhile, Kilcree and Loney having a battle. Look, running a bit wide there is Kilcree. Loney's all over the back of him, coming up the inside into this pretty slow corner in 3rd gear. Kilcree loses another position, so on this safety car restart he has fallen down the order. It looks like he's struggling with the adverse conditions already though. Vasta is 6/10 ahead of Kiski. There's now a yellow flag in sector 3. I think that is Sam. He's coming into the pits. Is he going to fit a set of intermediate tyres? He's already struggling. His tyres might be a little bit hot, as now Forbes and Kuhn are having a battle here. Forbes on the much quicker soft tyres. Kuhn is going to have to concede that position. No DRS as of yet though. We're going to have to wait a couple laps for that, as Sparks is making his way up the order. He's found himself in 14th position. Next on his hit list is Phoenix, and that is just a round about second separating them. It's for no points this position, as now Louis seems to be falling down the order. He runs a bit wide out of the hairpin, losing the position to CRG Gamer, who's trying to find his way back up the order. And now Louis is on the cusp of falling out the points as they come into this very slow sector of section of the middle sector. Onyx up to 8th place after starting way down the order in a roundabout. I think he was last actually. Running very wide there was a Mercedes car, I believe, of Nathan. Now through the fast right-hander they come. Yeah, from what I'm seeing on the timing sheet, looks like Danny is catching up to Kiski ever so slightly. Kiski's had a good start to the season, and this is the first race that Danny's actually been able to partake in, as now DRS has been enabled on lap 6 now, because we had the safety car incident on lap 1 and we got racing once more on lap 4. So DRS is going to be enabled if you are in within 1 second of the car ahead. Once you cross into the detection zone. There is a Williams out. I think that is Gamer. He's been spun around, and this has been a very bad day for him. You can see Sam is on the intermediate tyres. Could this work for him? It's a gamble, but he's down in last, so there's not much to lose on his behalf, as now Kilcree is trying to catch back up to Loney. He lost the position a couple laps ago, but he seems to be fighting for it hard as Loney runs very deep to that corner. Kilcree losing the back end. He slides it through that full throttle. Well, it's not full throttle. You might want to be at like 80% maybe. Looks like Onyx is reeling him in though. He's within a second. Rakim Mazlina is also within a second of Onyx. So this is a one big DRS train stemming from VRT Loney, who's really fallen off the back of ILRT Jordan, who is within DRS range of Danny, but Danny is not within DRS range of Kiski. So that is going to give Jordan the advantage here, as now Danny takes a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings when you extended the track too many times, and it's not working out for Sam at the moment. He might have jumped the gun on that on the wets. However, a couple drivers are beginning to file into the pits. Frederick, Saab and Kuhn, and Sam has retired from this Grand Prix. I don't know if he got damaged. No, it looks like he's retired on track, as now ILRT Jordan gets past FTRL Danny. Meanwhile, looking back behind, there's a battle going on for 5th position, and Onyx has gotten past Kilcree. Kilcree, running in the podium positions at the start of the Grand Prix, now sits in 7th position, so he's really taken a tumble down the order, as FTRL Danny has lost the final position on the podium to ILRT Jordan. However, the race is not over. We are only on lap 7. Anything can happen. We don't know if safety car is going to change everything up. Someone could have the perfect strategy to a T and get up the order, as now ILRT Jordan and FTR Danny both cut the corner ever so slightly, filing into the pit lane. So is Loney and Kilcree. Onyx is going to stay out to inherit P3 off of ILRT Jordan. Rakim Mazlina decides to not stay out. DRS has been disabled, so the stewards have decided that the track is too wet for DRS, which means these guys might have just hit the crossover point perfectly. That's going to leave the leaders stemming from Furhan Racer up to Vesta. That will cause problems for them. You can see they are slower. They can't get on the traction as quickly. You can even see they're on Vesta's on half throttle, yet he's losing the back end. He can't even go full throttle through anymore, so he made a huge error by not coming into the pits there to fit the intermediates, as now everyone back from Danny and Loney down all the way to last position. They're all on intermediate tyres, but most of the top 10 have opted to stay out. We are watching Vasta Racer trying to defend from Kiski. These guys have been running 1 and 2 since lap number 1 after a turn 1 incident which caused CRG Sparks to lose his wing. No, he didn't lose his wing, as now Vasta Racer comes into the pits. Kiski's missed the pit entry. Kiski has decided to stay out on these slick tyres. Why has he done that? I think he might have missed it. Oh, Onyx running into the gravel. Is that going to allow Mazlina to catch him? No, not quite. He's yellow flagged in sector 3. I think Furhan has spun the car. He is struggling with those medium tyres. FTRL Danny is going to be able to get past him easily. As now, where is Vasta going to file out here? Vasta is going to come out ahead of Danny, who I think has just almost lost the car. And Furhan has taken a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so his troubles still continue in this Grand Prix. We are watching FTRL Danny try to catch. Oh, Jordan is out of the Grand Prix. He's retired in the pit lane. That makes it 3 retirements inside of 9 laps, as Phoenix takes a 3-second time penalty. Looking back at Frederick and Louis, they're having a battle. This is for 11th position. The only driver still on the slick tyres is Kiski. You can see from the timing tower that gap between him and Vasta is decaying rapidly, so either he missed it. Oh, down the inside goes Rakim Mazlina on MNT Louis, trying to get involved in the fight. Both Toros, oh, they've spun each other. Mazlina's been spun. Oh no, Kuhn's got into the back of Mazlina. He's lost a big chunk of his front wing, and that was due to Mazlina probably not giving MNT Louis just enough space or maybe he just understeered playing into him and then got spun, but now Kuhn is the one that has lost out from that. You can see he is missing a front left end plate, and now Furhan Racer is going to be able to get up the inside of the Haas driver with ease into the quick right-hander. As now, is Kiski going to come in? Kiski's not coming to the pits. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Kiski has decided to remain on the slicks, and he's 9 seconds ahead of Vasta. That was, this time last lap, that was a 14-second gap, so he's lost 5 seconds on that lap alone by staying up too long. As now Kuhn making his third pit stop of the day. This has not gone his way at all. Fitting the new front wing, he's already even got a 5-second time penalty. It's really gone down the drain for him. Where's Sparks? Sparks is in 7th place right now, and I believe that if Sparks finishes in 7th and Vasta finishes in 1st, discarding any fastest lap, which I believe belongs to Vasta at the moment, discarding any of that, Sparks and Vasta will be on equal points, I believe, or around about that. Maybe not, I'm not too sure. All I know right now is that 10 points separate them, and Kiski once again is not going to come into the pits. I'm not too sure if he's making the same mistake or if he's actually trying to make this strategy work by staying on the slicks for 10 laps. Maybe his race engineer has told him to that they won't be wet for too long, but it looks like to me there's heavy clouds above as Forbes is trying to track down M&T Nathan. Forbes made a really good call by coming into the pits for soft tyres after he lost his front wing, or lost part of his front wing, and that has allowed him to make up track position in the dry session. And then when everyone swapped onto the wet tyres, he managed to keep track position over them. So it was a very good call from him, as now Sparks still applying the pressure to Onyx. Meanwhile, Vasta has caught up to the back of Kiski, and that was an easy overtake. Just such difference in grip. Those slick tyres are not going to be doing anything for Kiski, and now that he's lost the lead that he had such a huge gap over, he's effectively lost a pit stop to Vasta by not pitting at the right time. Is he gonna finally concede and come into the pits and cut his losses here? Does not look like it to me. I'm not sure what Kiski is doing, but he's holding up FTRL Danny. This could allow Loney to catch up ever so slightly, as now into turn number 1. Kiski has to brake so much earlier than Danny, who runs really deep into turn 1, desperate to make the overtake stick on the Alfa Romeo's Onyx. Takes a 3-second time penalty. Sparks is still within 6/10 of him, so if DRS was enabled, which it isn't because of the wet conditions, then Sparks would be able to open the letterbox on the back and reduce his drag and close up even more to the Red Bull. But it looks like they are even on pace as of now in the wet conditions. Forbes still trying to catch Nathan, but you do have to be closer to a driver as Nathan, all running very deep there. Kiski losing a position to his teammate. You do have to be a lot closer than you do in the dry conditions to make an overtake up the inside of anyone, really. Now Furhan Racer looks to be overtaking M&T Louis. Oh no, they make contact and they've spun. And could that be Furhan into the barriers? He looks like he's held it. He's in the grass. Louis, I'm glad I caught that there. But it looks like Louis once again is involved in an incident. I believe he's still got, I think his front wing is still intact, so he can continue as he was before. But I think Furhan's race is completely ruined here. You can see he's missing that front right end plate on that McLaren. That is a shame for him. That really is a shame. They weren't running in any point scoring positions though, so I guess it won't be too devastating for the McLaren driver, but he's going to have to come into the pits once more. Is he going to come in or is he going to stay out? I think he's missed a pit entry. His home Grand Prix has gone down the drain, hasn't it, for Verhan? Because now, I don't know why I've gone on board with Nathan, but he's lost a position to Forbes. So Forbes up into 8th place, making showing everyone that he is fast enough to compete with the big dogs in this league. He's not had the best of luck though, has Forbes. We're on lap 13 of 34, still a long way to go in this Grand Prix. We are not halfway through yet. We will be halfway through on lap 17, which is in 4 laps time, as now Kiski is soon going to fall into the clutches of the Alfa Romeo. Kilcree lost the position to CRG Sparks. Sparks now in 5th place. He's recovered really well, as now Onyx is still feeling the pressure. Still 6/10 separate for them though. And DRS has been enabled. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be switching back onto the soft, but I don't think it was the right call for Kiski to stay out on the slicks, as now Forbes has come in, Nathan's coming, they're all coming in for a set of slick tyres. Once you get the oh no, Saab has made a bad decision, because now he's being held up. Medium tyres on for Racing Point of Forbes, who just comes out ahead of Rakeen, who's also going to have to be waiting up there. Louis has fitted the soft tyres, and now he gets going in that Ferrari. Hard tyres on for Frederick, Gamer, and coming out right in front of each other. Hard tyres on for Frederick, Gamer, Maslina and Phoenix. Mediums are fitted for Forbes, Nathan and Saab. And then MNT Louis fitting the soft tyres. So once again the top 6 are not going to be able to pit for slicker tyres. But you can see 4 seconds lost on this best lap. Wait, no, he set his best lap on slicks, didn't he? So it doesn't really make a difference for Asta. But now he's going to have to come into the pits. This is bad for Onyx. Onyx and his teammate will not be able to double stack this well enough that Onyx can benefit. So he's going to have to either stay out one more lap or just accept that he's going to lose time, and he's going to have to accept that he loses time here. It's now into the pit lane they come, the top 5 all filing into the pits, make that top 6. Kiski's going to stay out on the slick on his old medium, so now he inherits the lead, but those mediums are going to be pretty much dead at the moment. Whether he can fit the hards to go to the end at some point, we'll have to find out, because he's going to have a clear pit lane for himself. Still holding the lead, Vasta Racer. I think Forbes managed to jump Kilcree. A lot of drivers actually jumped Kilcree. Kilcree's now down in 11th position after the swap over to slick tyres, as Maslina takes another time penalty for exceeding track limits, which could have been, I think, at turn 1 or maybe turn 2. On board with Kilcree, feeling the pressure from MNT Saab. Saab has DRS. Can he send one up the inside? I think he might do that. Into the hairpin they come. Saab goes up the inside for 11th position. Kilcree loses another position. It's mediums against hards, and the mediums come out on top. Just superior grip of these early laps. As now, still Kilcree's going to go up the inside, trying to fight, but that switches to the outside, and Kilcree cannot contest with Saab. So Saab in 11th, followed by Kilcree in 12th, as Kiski takes a time penalty for exceeding track limits. He's 6 seconds ahead of Vasta, only 6 seconds. Fresh hard tyres on the Renault, but then very, very worn mediums on the Alfa Romeo. There we go. There's now Forbes that sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He has got Onyx, who lost out to Sparks in the pit stop phase. And with DRS, he does not look like he's going to be close enough now, but we saw Saab come from a long way back on Kilcree. Can he send one at the inside? It'd be a very, very daring move. He thinks better of it and manages to hold off, but he still closed that gap a lot to the Red Bull, who's had a really strong race today. I believe it's his first race of the season, actually. I can't help but think that if Sam just didn't retire for one lap, if he just stayed out for one lap longer, as now Forbes goes quickest through the middle sector. He seems to have the most amount of pace right now. Kiski sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but for how long is that going to stay intact? As Vasta Race is going to cross the line, and yeah, that was predictable. He sets the fastest lap, but Danny sets an even quicker lap. Is Loney going to go quicker? Doesn't look like it through there, and this is like a qualifying session for me. As now Forbes sets the fastest lap, once again claiming that he is the quickest on track right now. He's still trying to catch up to Onyx. We swapped over onto the slicks. If you're just joining me, we had a wet period of about 17 laps. Not 17, about 12 laps maybe, and now Furhan Race has lost his entire front wing. He's going to have to come back onto track. He's not lost his entire front wing, but he's lost a big chunk of it on the right hand side, so I think he maybe lost the car coming out the quick right hander. It's unlucky for him, as now Onyx has lost the position. Whilst we were looking at Furhan, Onyx has lost the position to Forbes. Forbes is now in 6th position, so it's very, very good from him there. And Furhan has retired in the pits, so now 4 drivers are out of this Grand Prix. We are just crossing over the halfway point, and now Kiski finally is going to come into the pit. He's going to fit a new set of tyres. What's he going to go on to? He's been on one set of tyres for the entire race, as now Vasta sets the fastest lap. That's an extra point coming back for Renault. He's going to fit the hards to go to the end. He's going to have fresher tyres than these guys, but at what cost? He gave up a lot of track position. Now Forbes sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix once again. Kiski was running second at one point. Now he's all the way down in 7th, so his strategy of staying out on the slick tyres for the entirety of the wet period just did not work out. It was just longer than he expected. Maybe if it was just a couple laps shorter, then he could have been on a much better strategy. But now he is on a fresh set of hards, and he's going to be tracking down Onyx and Forbes for 5th position. There's now Onyx, I believe, almost tried to make a move up the inside, but he was not close enough to make the move stick. As now CRG Gamer gets past MNT Frederick. Just gonna have another quick look at the standings just to see where Gamer is in all of this, because he's not been the luckiest in this at the start of the season. Currently he sits in 14th in the standings. CRG Gamer has not had the best of starts this season, but he's got the pace to do better than he has, as now Vasta Racer sets once again a quicker lap. It's almost like a game of hot potato between these between Forbes and Vasta. Can Forbes set a quicker lap? Doesn't look like it. So with the sun now shining on track, Gamer is even going to set the fastest lap, so Vasta Racer cannot hold on to that fastest lap as the track continues to dry up. We're almost at the point where it's completely dry. The hard tyres are soon going to start to kick in, and it's not going to be for right now, but now Onyx is going to overtake Forbes pretty easily into the hairpin. And I was just about to say, it's not going to be right now, but soon enough the medium tyres are going to drop off and the hards are going to take over as the quicker compound. Rakim Aslina is going to get past Kilcree. Rakim is recovering pretty well actually after his incident with MNT Louis, after he almost got spun, and now Kilcree is losing yet another position to Saab. And Saab's going to get past him around the outside. That was a good move. It switched to the inside and he managed to hold that. We have 15 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Vasta Racer's got a pretty strong gap to FTRL Danny in 2nd place. VRT Loney is rounding out the podium. He's had a really good start to the season, has Loney. He's showing he's got the pace. Can he take the win at one point? No, my phone has run out of battery, so I can't actually look at the standings. I didn't know that, so I just quickly have to put that onto charge as we are watching Vasta Racer come into the hairpin, short shifting up into 2nd gear. using 5th ERS modes to get as much acceleration as he can, and then dropping it all the way down into 3rd, then into 2nd. It's a very strong strategy that he's got going for that. I can't find my cable. Got it now. So now I can put that to charge, and I can update you on the standings at some point, as now Kilcree and Saab still going hammer and tong in this battle. They're still side by side coming through the hairpin. This time it's Kilcree getting past Saab. Saab retaking 12th position, but is Saab going to go up the inside into the slow left-handed corner? Now it's going to switch to a right-handed corner, and it looks like Saab has pulled the move off. That was a very good overtake from Saab there. He moves up into 12th position. This is bringing Phoenix into the fight as well, and maybe even Louis on another set of soft tyres. I think he's just come in and he can't go to the end on those softs. Not good strategy from him to fit the soft tyres. Looking back at the front, Sparks on his recovery drive is now close to Loney. Is he going to send one up the inside into the hairpin? We're on board with the Williams. He's going to go up the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact from them two there. And another nudge from Loney, trying to turn in a bit too hard on Sparks. But Sparks moving up into 3rd position. Now he's got 3.4 seconds separating him and Danny. Danny in 2nd place in his first Grand Prix. That's very strong from him. Started in, I think, 6th maybe. We're gonna have a look at. I'm gonna put it back onto tyre in a minute. Danny has come from 9th position and is now in 2nd place. Onyx is up 15 positions. Another big mover is Frederick. He's now in the points, and Nathan as well is doing very, very well. We look back at the tyres though. We will not move away from them anytime soon. My voice. Fastest lap comes out from Kiski, as there was a battle going on between Phoenix and Lewis. Looks like Lewis prevailed though, and yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. I think Onyx has spun, Onyx has lost the car, and Onyx is retired on track. I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but he's given up in this Grand Prix. That's such a shame from him, because he was doing very, very well, and he gives up after one spin. Anything can happen, my friend. We still have 13 laps in this Grand Prix. But I guess he can decide what to do. Now we move to 5 retirements from this Grand Prix. Still yellow flags though, as I don't like this view. Go back on board with Loney, still trying to catch up to Sparks. Cohen's also retired from the session in the pits, so that's now 6 drivers out this Grand Prix. We only have 14 runners left. Vasta Racer moves on to lap 23, so we have 12 laps to go with DRS on Sparks. That's really keeping Loney in this fight for the podium. Forbes setting yet another fastest lap. Can he keep these tyres all the way until the end? He's already done 9 laps on those mediums, so I'm not too sure if he can, as now Kiski is right on the back of him. He's got much fresher hard tyres than Forbes' worn mediums. He's got DRS on the straight, very well. It's a curve really, as now he's looking to the inside. This should be an easy overtake for Kiski. Shifting all the way down into 1st gear. Forbes is going to make a switchback move. Has he got the traction out the corner? It looks like it. They're now going to run side by side. Forbes has defended his position very well here. It's now into the left, right hander they come. Forbes defended the position, and Kiski could not get past him here. I truly do apologise about my inability to keep my voice from not dying, essentially. But I'm trying my hardest to keep my commentary as quick and as lively as I can, as Loney is still within DRS range of Sparks, but just from alright pace. He doesn't seem to be catching Sparks all that well. Sparks is reeling Danny in. There's only 2 seconds, just a couple of laps ago. It was 3.4 and now it's already dropped beneath 2 seconds, as now Danny is really beginning to fall off the back of Vasta. Now Kiski looking up the inside. Can he make the move stick this time around? Up the inside into turn number 4, and now there's a yellow flag in sector 1. I think that Louis has lost the car. And we're going to keep on board with this battle. Will we see a safety car? It doesn't look like it. Forbes is going to have to yield, and that is Kiski up into 5th position. Very strong points for Alfa Romeo today. Very, very strong. I will quickly have a look at the constructors actually, because I know that we do make constructor standings in this league. I'm going to have to just shift between looking at the race and looking at that as well as now Nathan. Let's have a look at Nathan trying to catch CRG Gamer for 7th position. If I can find them. So the constructors is looking like this. Williams leading them right now with 56 points. Renault in 2nd place, and then Alfa Romeo's in 3rd, so this could be really, really strong points from Alfa Romeo. If they can maintain these positions, they could even jump Renault. Or maybe not actually. Renault's on 54, and now I think Louis had another spin. Yeah, he's just hit the wall. He's taken a warning for that. Time penalty even. And now he's done a Sebastian Vettel. Don't know why he would do that, but he has put it in the wall there. At the exact same corner that Sebastian Vettel lost it 2 years ago in Germany. What a day that was for Mercedes fans, and what heartbreak that was for Sebastian Vettel fans, as now he's going to come into the pits to fit a presumably a set of medium tyres to go to the end of the Grand Prix. Faster Racer is going to continue on to start at lap 26 of the German Grand Prix. Round number 4 is now in its dying stages, as we just about have 9 laps to go. 12 viewers in the stream. If you're watching, say hello. I will be reading out the comments in a moment. Let's have a look. Oh, Marvin says, well, that was a decent start. Unlucky, my friend. You had a really good qualifying, it was just hard luck. You know what, get him in the next one. I don't know if you're still watching this Grand Prix. Hopefully you are, because this is looking to be a very strong Grand Prix. Still a very tight field actually, no huge gaps aside from Louis. And now Sparks is also reeling in FTRL Danny. He's just 4/10 away from having DRS on the Red Bull. So an overtake is looking very likely soon from the Williams driver to retake 2nd position, where he started in this Grand Prix behind Vasta. Vasta's led this Grand Prix since the beginning. It's really been a controlling race from him. See, Sparks does not have much ERS. Neither does Danny. What's Sparks? Sparks has got a decent chunk of it left. That's good from him. Good management from him. What about Loney? Loney's still within DRS range, and look at how much ERS he's saved up on Sparks. So once what I think he could be planning is once Danny and Sparks start fighting, he's going to start to use his ERS to overtake both of them and take 2nd place, which would be very, very strong from him. Another podium from him would be very good on his behalf, as now we have a safety car. Louis is retired at turn 1, and this could see a lot of activity down at the pits in terms of maybe fitting soft tyres to go to the end. We just have 8 laps to go. The softs can definitely make it 8 laps. Plus time under the safety car. You can see that actually the field is looking a bit spread out at the moment. Phoenix is coming to the pits. I don't know why he's so far back. I think he might have fitted a new set of softs just at the right moment. So whilst everyone's in the pits, he's going to be able to... No, it was not at the right moment, because it would have been at the right moment if it was under safety car and if he was someone up the field as now. Let's have a look at Vasta. Is he going to pull into the pits to fit a set of softs? What's he going to fit on? He's definitely coming into the pits. 12 lap old hards are not going to have much pace. This really does actually save Forbes as well, because his tyres were on the cusp of going off. 13 laps on mediums. That's about the end of their life. Vasta fits on the soft tyres. What about Sparks? Sparks is going to come in. His box is right at the end. He's also on the softs. Interestingly enough, Kiski and Danny trying to keep the amount of pit stops that they make to a minimum. However, this is not good for them because they're going to have Vasta, Sparks, Loney, Forbes, all of those guys on fresh softs, which are going to be absolutely rapid. So it's unlucky for them, really. They should have come into the pits, but they decided to stay out on track. For now, I'm just going to allow for my voice to rest a little bit because it's getting a bit tickly. So hopefully we'll get under green flag racing soon. I'll see you in a minute. We are back in the commentary box. Safety car is in this lap. You can see M&T Louis has retired from this session. I didn't catch that on the safety car. I was just taking a small break. We are going to start on lap 30 with 5 laps to go. FTRL Danny and Kiski will not be in the best of scenarios, as now it is up. Oh, Game has taken a time penalty. So is Kiski. So that's not good for them too. As now it is up to Danny to start the race once more. When is he going to pull the trigger? He's going to pull it now. The safety car's pulled into the pits, and now Danny's going to get underway once again. You can have seen, you just saw a bit of front wing coming off someone, as now he seemed to have jumped the gun. Kiski couldn't keep up with him, as now 8 tenths separate them between them. As now into turn number 1 they come. Vasta's going to take time penalty for multiple warnings. That's not going to help him, as now let's look further back into the field, as now Sparks is going to go side by side with Forbes into turn number 2. Forbes is going to come out on top in that battle, but with Slipstream, no DRS until 3 laps after safety cars come in. Game is going to look to the inside of Forbes. 2 very talented young drivers. Now Vasta's going to get past. Kiski is now alone. He's going to go up the inside of Sparks into turn number 4. Oh, a little bit of a nudge there for Sparks, for Gamer. He did not lose any of his front wing though, so it's okay on his behalf, as now Kiski is dropped down into third. Loney's trying to go around the outside of Sparks. That's going to switch to the inside. He's not going to... No, that's Kiski actually losing a position to Sparks. That was my mistake. Kiski should really get out of the way of Loney as soon as he can, because those staying out on the hard tyres just was not the right strategy call. As now this is the fight for the lead between Vasta and Danny. trying to hold him around the outside through turn 15. That's not going to work, but Danny's going to run very deep on 15 lap-old hards against 2 lap-old softs. The difference in grip should be monumental, as now Vasta's going to set the fastest lap of the race out of anyone. That's going to go directly to Nathan setting the fastest lap. No DRS as of yet. Danny's doing a very good job to hold on to P1 here. Loney and Gamer having a nice battle. Gamer's going to have the inside line into turn number 3, and that he pushes Loney just a bit too wide, and now Loney's out of the points, which is a real shame for him. He's in 12th position, just got Phoenix ahead of him. Meanwhile, Vasta's impatient to get past Danny because he knows that Sparks is right behind him. And Sparks going from facing the wrong way at the end of lap 1 now sits in P3, just about to win a Grand Prix. Loney takes a 3-second time penalty for too many warnings. That's not good to see. As now Vasta finally takes the lead once more. We're on board with Sparks. Now we're going to go to this apex camera. Very nice shot as we watch the Williams fly by. The Williams have not been used to having such a quick engine under them. Yellow flags. That is Loney out of the Grand Prix. So disappointing for him. He was running a very, very strong race, making up many positions at the start. As now DRS has been enabled and Danny loses the back end. Has he collected anyone there? Doesn't look like it, but he's going very slow out of turn 1. And now Frederick and Nathan trying to get past Kiski and Danny. So the two hard runners not making the right call. Definitely not the right call for Danny, because those hards are 17 laps old. Oh, there's Rakim Maslina trying to make it 3 wide into the hairpin. Oh, that was a scary move there, but he manages to hold the inside line and get past loads of cars there. That was a very audacious move, and he makes up multiple positions in the process. There's 1 second separating the 2 championship leaders. They're in reverse order right now. And really, the entire season so far has just been Vasta versus Sparks. Unbelievable racing from both of them throughout the season. Vasta would actually be closer in the championship to Sparks if it wasn't for the safety car restart in Bahrain, which really hampered his challenge. And now he's down in he was down in 7th place. So Sparks sets the fastest lap, really setting the tone, as now he has DRS. We're on 2 laps to go for this German Grand Prix. Can we have a repeat of Italy, where it was right down to the wire? Vasta Racer winning his first race of the season by just about 8/100th of a second ahead of Sparks. Sparks does not want to make the same mistake as he did last time by letting Vasta win the Grand Prix. He's going to look to the inside, almost scaring Vasta, running a bit deeper than Vasta. Who's going to get the better exit? Their tyres are both equal right now as we look back to Kiski still dropping down the order. This is almost a car park at the moment, as Rakim Maslina has done an incredible job now getting up into 5th position. He was way out the points at one point. Now he's in 5th place, but he's got a long way back from Forbes, who's catching CRG Gamer, whose luck has finally changed. It's very good to see. As rounding the final corner to start the final lap of the Grand Prix, both of their ERS levels are almost the exact same, as Sparks is going to be a lot closer this time by on Vasta. He could send a move up the inside into turn number 4. He's not going to make the move into turn number 2, but with the assistance of DRS, a double DRS straight there, this should be an easy overtake. He's using up all the ERS he can, giving the inside line to him. Sparks is going to go down the inside of Vasta Racer for the lead of the Grand Prix. He's gone from plumb last to now leading this Grand Prix on the very last lap. Can Gamer also get past Vasta to secure the 1-2 for Williams, which they have not managed to have so far this season? Gamer's not had a really good start to the season at all. He's only on 4 points in this entirety. We're on round 4. As now into the 3rd sector they finally cross. Vasta did all he could to win this Grand Prix, but he lost it on the last lap. It looks like Sparks, who just had the better pace at the better time, Kiski's now falling down the order rapidly. Is now around the final corner. He comes. 3 wins out of 4. Sparks is going to cross the line to take the win of the Grand Prix. Game is going to hang on to P3 Mazlina. Whoa, Frederick in second. Absolutely stealing the show. So, that is the win for CRG Sparks. He's had 3 wins out of 4. And he could be on for another championship victory in HTA Elite, as now he stands atop of the podium at the German Grand Prix. We're going to do interviews, so I'm going to invite Frederick Vasta and Sparks to this party. Just very quickly, to do interviews. Whilst we're waiting for 2 of them, I haven't invited Frederick yet, but the top 10 is CRG Sparks taking home the win, 3 out of 4 once again. Frederick in second place, and it is third for Vasta Racer after he led most of the Grand Prix. It is 4th place for Gamer. He fell off the podium. Rakim Mazlina taking 5th place, and Forbes in 6th. 7th goes to MNT Saab, and Kilcree, after falling down the order rapidly, takes 8th position. And it's any consolation for Kiski, he's in 9th position. And rounding out the top 10 is MNT Nathan. We might as well do the last 2 drivers, because there's only 2 more drivers that did finish. FTR Danny takes 11th, 12th for Loney, and then the DNF today were not Loney, for Phoenix. The DNF today were Loney, Lewis, Onyx, Kuhn, Furhan, Jordan, Sam and Marvin retiring on lap 1. Just going to invite Frederick into the party. Hopefully he'll join. Hello.
Hello.
Alright, we'll just wait for the other drivers. Actually, I might as well just ask you. I've got a couple questions for you. So, you've won 3 races out of 4. How's that feel that you're really controlling this championship?
Well, I mean, I was thinking there, as soon as that race finished there, like, if I didn't have that snap of oversteer in Monza at the last corner, it could have been 4 out of 4. But yeah, 3 out of 4 is probably the best run I've had in the whole career and this HTA season. So yeah, it's going well, especially when I'm racing against Vasta Racer and all the likes of Gamer and Onyx. I didn't think it would have been this dominant so far, but yeah, it's going really well.
That's good to hear. After you were facing the wrong way at turn 1, did you think that the race was over? Did you think you could have won?
I mean, I wouldn't say the race was over. I was still confident about getting maybe a top 5, top 7. I definitely wasn't thinking about the win. In the last few stages of the race, maybe lap 20, when I realised Vasta had a pen and was 1 off 6 seconds, I kind of did think to myself, alright, if the pace is good, we might have a chance for a win. But until that safety car came out, I wasn't really thinking about a win at all.
Okay, and just going back to that turn 1 incident, did you, like, who was at fault there? What happened?
Sorry, I just blanked out. What was it, sorry?
What happened at turn 1? Like, was anyone at fault?
I'm not too sure. What I noticed is I tapped the brake slightly because I was going to be taking a tighter line than Vasta, and I didn't want to clip his back of his car. And someone obviously didn't really take into consideration that it would be a chain effect of slowing down. But I don't know who hit me. But I might do something about it. If it looks bad, I'll do something about it. But considering I've won, I think I might just leave it. But yeah, I've no clue what happened in the moment of it. I wasn't very happy, but it's kind of all under the bridge now.
Right, you've done a really good job. Thank you for doing this interview with me, and thank you to all the viewers who have watched this Grand Prix. It's been very fun to commentate over. I'll see you next weekend.